Greetings, children. Today I am here to take up your poem A Think of Beauty, written by John Keats. John Keats is famous for his romantic poetry. He was born on October 31st, 1795 and died in February 23, 1821. Born in London and died in Rome. And he was a British romantic poet, romantic in the sense of nature love. Okay? Although he trained to be a surgeon, but Keats decided to devote himself wholly to poetry. So, before I go up to the poem, I just want to tell one or two things about John Keats. Beta, the second generation of the romantic poet, along with Lord Byron and P.B. Shelley. Although his poems were not generally well received by critics during his lifetime, always the critics criticize his work. But his reputation grew after his death by the end of the 19th century. He had become one of the most beloved of all the English poets. He had a significant influence on a diverse range of poets and writers. So, you should also know that this poem, A Think of Beauty, this poem is an excerpt from his poem Endymion. The Endymion, a poetic romance. It is the name of a book in which a very big poem is written, and from that book this excerpt has been taken. Okay, beta, this is an allegory where he talks about a youth falling in love with Cynthia, and here, which we are going to study out in the poem, in this some basic or foundation we can see is that Endymion, who is a beautiful young shepherd, okay, and poet who lived on Mount Latmos, had a vision of Cynthia. Vision of Cynthia. Cynthia is one of the Greek's god, that is the moon goddess. This is based on a Greek legend, beta. Okay. So the enchanted young resolved, means determined, to seek her out, and so he wandered away through the forest and down under the sea. And this, the description, the forest and the down under the sea, that the search, that the quest is explained in this poem wherever he went. Okay, so this is just the background of this poem. I already wrote that this is based on the allegory. Now I just want to tell you what is allegory. An allegory is a narrative fiction, okay, in which the events and actions, even sometimes the settings, they are coherent sense, just to make the sense, okay, in a simple language, the story of Endymion, the story which I told earlier, that Endymion was a young shepherd, beautiful young shepherd, and also a poet who was a vision of Cynthia and just searching from here and there in the forest, under the sea. This story of Endymion, this has been interpreted as an allegory of the quest of human soul for ideal beauty. Endymion stands for the poet as man. Endymion stands for the poet as man, and Cynthia for ideal beauty, and the moon for the manifestations of the beauty in nature. आई होप आपको ये समझ आ गई होगी बैकग्राउंड. होता क्या है, एंड्रीम्यून एक यंग शिपर्ड है, चरागा जिसको कहते हैं. वो एक विज़न मतलब कि सिंथिया को देखता है और उसको उससे लव हो जाता है, और फिर बाद में वो इरादा करता है मैंने उसको सर्च करना है, और वो उस सर्च को वो फॉरेस्ट, वो अंडर द सी, ये सब ढूंढता है. और ये सारा डिस्क्रिप्शन यहाँ है, कहाँ कहाँ हो जाता है, उसको जो रास्ते में जो भी ब्यूटीफुल थिंग्स उसको मिल रही हैं वो सब वो बता देते हैं, यहाँ पर एक्सप्रेस कर दिया गया है. ओके, तो आप रोमांटिक पोइट का मतलब ये बिल्कुल नहीं समझना कि यहाँ पर कोई वैसे कोई रोमांटिक स्टोरी है, राइट. यहाँ पर सिर्फ और सिर्फ नेचर की बात हो रही है. मदर नेचर कह सकते हो या नेचर लव कह सकते हो, दैट्स इट. तो भी अब एक छोटी सी लाइन और थोड़ा सा बताती हूँ मैं आपको, दैट इफ़ आई से दैट वर्ड्सवर्थ, यू ऑल वेरी वेल heard about him. Wordsworth, William Wordsworth was a worshipper of nature. Okay, worshipper of nature. But Keats was a worshipper of beauty. Always remember. ओके, मैं मानती हूँ कि इसने भी नेचर के बारे में लिखा है, लेकिन उसने नेचर की ना ब्यूटीफुल थिंग्स के बारे में लिखा है, ठीक है. और नेचर को वर्ड्सवर्थ ने जितना ज़्यादा लिखा है उतना किट्स ने नहीं लिखा है. किट्स ने ज़्यादा लिखा है ब्यूटी के बारे में, राइट बेटा. चाहे वो नेचर की ब्यूटी है, ह्यूमन बीइंग की है, वट एवर इज इट, बट उसने ब्यूटी के बारे में लिखा है. तो ऑलवेज रिमेंबर अ लाइन, वर्ड्सवर्थ वॉज अ वर्शिपर ऑफ नेचर, किट्स वॉज अ वर्शिपर ऑफ ब्यूटी. ओके, एंड लव ऑफ ब्यूटी इज द डोमिनेंट नोट of his poetry. That is in the Endymion. That is the last poem. Okay, beta. Endymion to the last poem name is Hyperion. Okay, I just writing here Hyperion. That is a vision. Right, beta. So beauty was for Keats the moving spirit of his life and art, and beauty was his religious. Right? Let us start with the poem, line to line explanation. Okay. A thing of beauty, that is a joy forever. That means anything which you seems to be beauty is a joy forever. It's give you happiness, and forever, that is always, means a thing of beauty give happiness. Okay, always gives you happiness, gives you always a note of happiness. Okay, its loveliness increase, its beauty always increase with the passage of time. Fine, beta. It will never pass into nothingness. First we see these lines, okay, up to pass into nothingness. Okay, means here the poet just want to say that a thing of beauty is a joy forever. That is anything which seems to be beauty, anything, okay, anything is a joy, is a happiness. Okay, feels you happy. Whatever the things feels you happy, that is the beauty. And always feels the happiness, that is the beauty. And its beautiness, its loveliness always increase with the passage of time. It will never pass into nothingness. It will never turn into a thing of no value. Right? That is the beauty quality. And what this thing of beauty gives you. But दिस, अब ये क्या दे रहा है? ओके, यहाँ बता दिया कि ये जो लवलीनेस, इसकी जो ब्यूटी है वो इंक्रीज होती है विद द पैसेज ऑफ टाइम. टाइम बीतता रहेगा तो क्या है, उसकी जो लवलीनेस है वो भी इंक्रीज होती चली जाएगी. और वो कभी भी टर्न नहीं होती है. किस में टर्न नहीं होती है? अ थिंग ऑफ नो वैल्यू. ठीक है. बट विल कीप अ बॉवर क्वाइट. अब हमें ये ब्यूटीनेस थिंग देती क्या है? बट विल कीप हमें क्या देती है? A bower quiet for us. Bower, that is shady place under a tree. Okay. This beautiful thing gives us peace. Okay. And a sleep full of sweet dream. One thing is a bower quiet for us. One thing. Second thing, a sleep full of sweet dream. Right? Health. Third thing, and quiet breathing. Okay, quiet breathing, that is calm, restful. Right? Here the poet talk about the endless joy of beautiful things. Right, beta ji? And these beautiful things gives you these 4 things. Always remember a first line of this poem. Very, very important. These beautiful things gives joy. It will not that this give you happiness only for 1 minute or 1 day or 5 days. ये eternal joy है बेटा. Means the more we look at the beautiful things, the more we admire them. Right? Its loveliness increases. Means the beauty of the beautiful object, it always increases. The more we look, we better feel it. Okay? Means the joy never pass or turn into nothingness. It will never happen that whenever we see the beautiful thing and we feel sad. No, it will never happen. Right बेटा? I hope कि आपको ये लाइन अच्छे से समझ आ गई होगी. इसमें कोई डाउट नहीं रहा होगा. जितनी ज़्यादा हम ब्यूटीफुल थिंग्स को देखते हैं उतना ही हम ज़्यादा हैप्पी होते चले जाएंगे. ठीक है. सो यहाँ तक मुझे नहीं लगता कोई डाउट है. इसके बाद मैंने आपको बॉवर बता दिया है, शेडी प्लेस. ओके. ये हमें क्या बनाता है? ये जो ब्यूटीफुल थिंग्स क्या करते हैं? ये हमें ये 4 चीज़ें देते हैं. आपसे क्वेश्चन पूछा जाएगा, लिस्ट द थिंग्स ऑफ ब्यूटीफुल मेंशन इन द पोएम. कि वो ब्यूटीफुल थिंग्स जो मेंशन की गई है पोएम में वो बताओ. तो ये क्या है जो मेंशन की गई है? ठीक है. ये वो 4 थिंग्स हैं जो आपको लिखना होगा. दैट्स इट. ओके. जब हमें पीस मिलेगा, ठीक है, तो हमें क्या होगा? हमें अच्छी नींद आएगी जो कि फुल ऑफ स्वीट ड्रीम्स होगी. हमारी हेल्थ अच्छी रहेगी. ऑल्सो वी गेट काम. ओके. क्वाइट ब्रीथिंग, इट मीन्स काम एंड रेस्टफुल. ओके. मीन्स here the poet just gives you that what beautiful things gives you. Good health, quiet breathing. You can even say that meditation, relaxation. Okay. Fine beta. This is the first paragraph. Next, come to the second stanza. Therefore, on every morrow means every morning, are we wreathing a flowery band to bind us to the earth. But see, when we get up in the morning, we will trying to count our blessing, our pleasure, just weaving the memories, good memories. Okay, flowery band, that is garland, that is memory. Okay, that is bind us to the earth, that is just bind, that is to attach to this world. That is a good thinking, that is in every morning. Okay, we wake up, okay, and then we wreathing, that is creating, here weaving. Okay, a flowery band, that is flowery band, here metaphor is there. Okay, here it means memories we are creating that bind us, that attach us to the earth. Okay, right beta? After that, spite of despondence, that is despondence, you can say disappointment, you can say depressed. Spite, what is this spite? That is the poetic contraction. Okay, contraction, spite, here it means in spite of disappointment, in spite of depressed. Okay, means if we have not these good memories, then we don't want to live in this, on this earth, beta, right? So in spite of despondence, in spite of disappointment, in spite of depressed, what is that is the thing which disappoint us, that is of the inhuman dearth, that is lack of noble nature, of the inhuman. Okay, first is inhuman, there is utter shortage of good human beings. Okay, noble nature of good human beings, noble nature lack, dirt means that lack of the gloomy days, day-to-day problems, of all the unhealthy means bad, and over darkened ways means there are so many unpleasant. Over darkened ways means evil action. Okay, if I connect all these words and I say in this way that this life is full of sorrow and gloom, where we feel hopeless, and there is dearth. Dearth means lack or shortage. What? Good human beings, of noble souls. It is full of sorrow, means life is full of sorrow and unhealthy and over darkened ways, where we feel hopeless, where we lose all hope and feel that we cannot do much about it and we will give up. Okay, some time will come that we think that there is that I can do and I can do nothing. जब ये आता है आपके मन में कि आप कुछ नहीं कर सकते और आपके जो एक्शंस है वो बिल्कुल डार्कनेस हो गया है, मीन्स कि आपके जो आप गलत रास्ते पर चले गए हो, आप बहुत ज़्यादा सैड हो, आपका मन नहीं करता जीने का, या कुछ ऐसी चीज़ें होती हैं जो आपको सैड बना देती हैं. फॉर एग्जांपल आपकी एक्सपेक्टेशन है कि दैट मीन यू गेट इन द बोर्ड एग्ज़ाम 100 out of 100 and you for example if you get only 92 or 95 or 90, then what do you think? Oh no, I can't live this life, I am useless, such kind of things. ये जो चीज़ें हैं, ये चीज़ें क्या करती हैं, हमें डार्कन वे में ले जाती है. हमारे बिल्कुल ऐसा लगता है जैसे हम लोग कुछ नहीं है, बल्कि हमें उस टाइम क्या देखना चाहिए? उस टाइम हमें ये देखना चाहिए, नो, marks doesn't matter at all. The matter is a successful life, a satisfactory life, happiness of our relatives, our family members, our parents. We have to see on their faces that what they expect from us. They need our happiness, true happiness. That is the thing. Okay. तो ये जो इन स्पाइट ऑफ इतना कुछ होने के बावजूद, इतना बुरा टाइम, डे टू डे प्रॉब्लम्स के बाद, तो कुछ ऐसी चीज़ें होती हैं जो हमें इंस्पायर करती हैं कि भी हम एंजॉय करें लाइफ को. ठीक है. लेकिन इतनी अगर बैड डेज हैं तो हम क्या करेंगे? हम बहुत सैड रहेंगे. ओके. And made for our searching. Then these things, we are just starting, keep on searching some nobler ways to live on this earth. We feel disappointed, we feel frustrated when we confronted to the gloom and darken or unhealthy. Okay, these are the sad things. Okay. And what is the sorrowful experience? When we meet or when we feel that there are lack of noble nature, people are just selfish, they are not good. These are the suffering or pain. Okay. But as we look at the beautiful things, the joy which we get out from that, we want to live on this earth. Yes, in spite of all, इन सब के बावजूद भी, some shape of beauty moves away the pall. In spite of all this sorrow, in spite of all this gloom on this earth, some shape of beauty moves away the pall. Some beautiful objects will remove the gloom. Okay. That is, pall means cover of darken from our dark spirit, such as sun, moon, trees old and young, sprouting a shady boon for simple sheep, and such are daffodils. Here the poet just want to try to explain the objects of beauty. Wherever we look around and we see which bind us to the earth, that is sun, moon. These are the nature's gift to us. Okay. Here I just want to tell you that in spite of this sadness, okay, some shape of beauty, कुछ ऐसी beauty things हैं जो nature ने हमें gift दे रखा है. ठीक है. moves away the pall. pall here the cover of darkness. और वो cover कहाँ हो रखा है? हमारी spirit पे. ठीक है. और वो spirit our dark spirit. ठीक है. उस पर पॉल डेट इज कवर. ये मीनिंग पूछा जाता है बेटा, 1 मार्क्स में डेफिनेटली आ जाता है कि पॉल का मतलब क्या है. इवन लास्ट टाइम आया था ब्रिंग का मतलब क्या है. ठीक है ना. लास्ट वर्ड है एक इस पोएम का. राइट. तो आपको ये पता होना चाहिए कि पॉल मतलब क्या है. ठीक है. वो जो डार्क स्पिरिट से ना, कुछ शेप ब्यूटी इसके ऐसे हैं जो उस डार्क स्पिरिट से उस कवर को हटाते हैं. और वो डार्क स्पिरिट से कौन से हैं वो थिंग्स जो कवर हटाते हैं उनको, वो क्या है? ऑब्जेक्ट्स कौन सी हैं वो ब्यूटी की? द सन, द मून, ट्रीज ओल्ड एंड यंग. देखो अपोजिट है ये, है ना. ओल्ड एंड यंग. ओके. स्प्राउटिंग अ शेडी बून फॉर सिंपल sheep. Even the simple sheep is again the symbol of innocence, that is Jesus Christ. Okay. So these are the things, these are the objects. Okay. boon that is blessing. ये जो sprouting है, develop होता है, ठीक है, ये सब क्या है? blessing है. और for simple sheep, ये सब क्या है? ये हमें नेचर ने दिया हुआ है. ठीक है. गॉड ने गिफ्ट कर रखा है. ठीक है. तो एंड सच आर डैफोडिल्स. और कुछ क्या है, ये ऑब्जेक्ट्स हैं, ये भी क्या है? डैफोडिल्स. ओके. विद द ग्रीन वर्ल्ड फॉरेस्ट जो कि ग्रो हो जाते हैं अपने आप, दे लिव इन. ठीक है. ये जो डैफोडिल्स है अपने आप ग्रो हो जाते हैं फॉरेस्ट में. और क्लियर रील्स मीन्स क्लियर स्मॉल स्ट्रीम्स, जो कि अपने आप में हमें क्या देते हैं? कूलिंग कॉवर्ट मीन्स शेल्टर. मीन्स दीज क्लियर रील्स मेक cooling covert means a shady place where you can experience a cool weather because of clear rills. Okay, because of the flow of water which causes coolness, right? It makes against, okay, ध्यान रखना poetic contraction है ये. अगेंस्ट द हॉट सीजन, इतनी गर्मी के मौसम में वो हमें क्या देते हैं, कूलिंग शेल्टर देते हैं, राइट. एंड द काइंड ऑफ जॉय विच वी गेट देयर दैट इज कांट बी एक्सप्लेन. ओके, सो दीज आर द थिंग्स विच इंस्पायर अस टू स्टे ऑन द अर्थ and face the problem with bravery. Okay, the mid forest break, that is green bushes, ये कह सकते हैं a thick mass of ferns. अब देखो बहुत छोटी सी बात है, एक थोड़ा सा और बात है यहाँ पर ऑब्जेक्ट्स के बारे में है. the mid forest break, that is the vegetation, the cluster of flowers, okay, in the middle of forest. Okay, they are blooming, rich with the sprinkling of fair musk. Fair musk rose means are the flower that grow in forest. Okay, and they look like they just sprinkling, they just shining. Okay, because around it forest break is there. Green bushes, अब देखो green bushes हैं, बीच में छोटे छोटे फूल हैं, वो क्या हो रहे हैं, वो sprinkling कर रहे हैं. And such too is the grandeur of the dooms. Dooms, that is death, and grandeur means glory. और हाँ, कुछ ब्यूटी, ये तो नेचर की ब्यूटीफुल थिंग्स बता दी हैं, और कुछ ब्यूटीफुल थिंग्स और भी हैं जो कि डेथ को उनकी ग्लोरी बना रखा है. कौन सी हैं? That we have imagined for the mighty dead. Mighty dead ऑक्सीमोरोन है, ऑलरेडी मैं पोएटिक डिवाइस आपको दे चुकी हूँ, फिर भी बीच में कहीं कोई आया है तो इसलिए मैंने बता दिया है. ठीक है, वी हैव इमेजिन्ड फॉर द माइटी डेड ऑल लवली टेल्स दैट वी हैव हर्ड और रेड. आई जस्ट वॉन्ट टू गो टू द लास्ट लाइन ऑफ द प्रीवियस पेज. ओके बेटा, हियर द पोइट फाइंड्स ब्यूटी in the magnificent of the story about the dead warriors. He finds that the stories that we have heard or read or imagined about the great kings, okay, even the people who just live for us, they just died for us, they gave us full we can say that the freedom, or the people whom we always say thanks a lot. Okay, that means our ancestral, right beta? So here the poet just want to tell about the ancestral, okay, the stories which we heard or read. Okay, and they died. Mighty dead क्यों लिखा है? Because they died for us. ठीक है, okay, means our ancestral who performed powerful deeds, जिन्होंने बहुत मतलब ऐसे काम किए हैं. okay, last two lines, see, अब तक जो भी किया हमने, an endless fountain of immortal drink means, देखो मैंने कहा था ना मैं previous page पर जाऊंगी, means the sun, the moon, trees, these are the things, okay, clear reels and the powerful stories of the dead warriors, they give us joy. okay, और ये joy कैसे है? एक endless fountain की तरह है जो कि हमें immortal drink, never dying. okay, so man keeps on going on in spite of problems. Whenever he looks at these beautiful things, the joy while looking these things is like a nectar, okay, which keeps the person, the man alive throughout. Pouring these immortal drink, these drink, pour means flowing, onto means towards us, from the heaven brink. Brink means edge, corner. Okay, और यहाँ से जो ड्रिंक है नेचर है, ठीक है ना. That means the nature just gives the inspiration, motivation to live on this earth in spite of so many problems, so many disappointments, so many gloomy days. Okay, these are the things which I just want to tell you. And the joy is of nature that never end. Right बेटा, I hope आपको सारी पोएम समझ आ गई होगी. Still, if you have any doubt, you can talk to me. No problem is there. That's all about the poem. This is the beginning of the long poem. Okay, here just we get the message that to experience joy and beautiful object, right? That is just help us to live on this earth. The poet just want from you that look at the beautiful object and feel the happiness. This is the only thing which the poet want from you. Here you must know about the rhyming scheme also. How you come about this rhyming scheme? I wrote here A B B C C. How you can see forever, ever, never. Okay, A. Like this you can come out about this rhyme scheme. A B B. Okay, C. Right beta ji? Fine. In this way you can get out this rhyming scheme from your poem. These question answers, question number 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. These 5 question answers you have to do in your fear notebook. These are very, very important. And you will get these answers from your poem lines only. Okay? Thank you. Have a nice day.